Do you like beautiful artwork and landscapes that bend the mind and feel awe-inspiring? Do you believe that the truth is out there about the world and that every problem has a solution? Do you believe that there are good actions you can do to make the world a better place? Well, in order to believe any of that, you have to believe in God. The transcendental argument for the existence of God is that the transcendentals of goodness, truth, and beauty all require the existence of God. That sounds ridiculous. Why would God have to exist in order for goodness, truth, and beauty to exist? Okay, then we'll start with goodness. Goodness requires God because without God, something that is good is completely subjective. Question, is murdering children good? I think it's good. I think it's bad. The only way for one of these answers to be correct is if God, a higher power who makes objective morals, says murdering children is bad. We can't know for certain that the murder of children is bad without God, because there is no other standard that can give you a reliable answer. What if a lot of people think murdering children is wrong though? Doesn't that make it wrong? If we go by that argument, then slavery a few hundred years ago wouldn't have been morally wrong, because people throughout the world thought it was a completely acceptable practice. Without a higher power, goodness, or more broadly morality, is completely subjective, a matter of taste, a preference. It's not good, it's just good to me. An atheist says to me, I believe in science because science disproves God. Okay, how do you know that science is true? Or how do you know that the truth about a subject is even real? The foundation of scientific research is the presupposition that there is a truth that can be uncovered with observation and experimentation. Science requires there to be truth. But how do we know that truth exists? When I say light isn't made of photons, how can you claim that to be false? Truth means that there is an explanation. There is an answer to any problem. But without God, truth is not objective. Truth is how I think, how I see the world through my own personal bias. And if I'm able to convince others of this personal bias, then I'm sharing the truth despite its actual validity. Without God, truth is subjective. Truth is a taste, a preference. There is not the truth, it's my truth. Now here's the hardest one in my opinion. Beauty cannot be subjective despite what is consistently said in the media about how beauty is subjective. We know beauty is not subjective because there are things that we all find beautiful. You go outside at a sunset and see the sky light up on the background of whatever landscape is in front of you. You can feel an emotional and psychological impact on you that makes you believe this is beautiful, despite that it is just colors and objects. When you hear music that is complexly composed to make sounds so moving that they are able to grip you emotionally, what you're listening to is not just notes played in a certain order to make sounds. It transcends us, and it is beautiful. If God doesn't exist, then it's not beautiful. It's just a taste, a preference. Nothing is beautiful, it's just beautiful to you. The pattern is pretty clear. Without God, there is no objective good, nor truth, nor beauty. And unless you are intellectually stubborn, you have to admit that no one believes that. Even atheists hold on to science to show them the truth about the world. Without God, how could science be reliable? God serves as its foundation. Without God and without objective truth, there is no way to do science. Without God and without objective good, there is no reason to judge any action that a person may do. What's right to me may not be right to you. And if that's the case, then what are we doing locking people up? Why should the courts be prosecuting people when, in the greater sense, they've done nothing wrong? And why should we bother with the arts either? If beauty is nothing more than an opinion, everything can be beautiful. A white canvas? That's beautiful. What about a toilet? Sure, that's beautiful. If everything's beautiful, nothing is. The Transcendentals show the importance of God in our world, not only as a rule giver or a creator, but also as the standard by which we can measure. If something goes against God, it's not good. If something denies God's truth, it's not true. If something does not show the beauty of God, it's not beautiful. God is the glue that holds our material world together with the transcendentals that we interact with every day. I am grateful we live in a world with God, because without him there would be no real good, no real truth, and no real beauty. The transcendental argument is just one of the many arguments for the existence of God, with great theologians like Thomas Aquinas using it to combat the long history of doubt from both inside and outside of Christianity. But I hope this video has helped you become more secure in faith. Thank you for watching, and God bless.